Hello, everybody. Welcome to TGIF Trade Geeks. It's Friday. Today is December 13th, 2024. And today's hot topic is the U.S. Gulf and East Port Strike. It is now imminent. It was postponed tentatively. There was a tentative agreement that was reached in October. But basically what it did is it just postponed the inevitable. It postponed the strike until January 15th. When the tentative agreement expires. And right now there's a lot of contention. The Freight Forwarders Association, everybody's kind of starting to raise the flag, sound the alerts that there's an impasse. And basically they're stuck on the point of automation. And that it means that the labor union does not want the ports to automate too quickly because the automation will result in less jobs, right? So I think that's the main friction point right now, and they're basically everybody's walked away. So it doesn't look like they're coming to the table. So again, I think this is imminent. Just some quick facts. When we do these videos, we always throw some quick facts. And 68% of all container exports are shipped through the U.S. Gulf East ports. And 56% of all containerized imports are imported through the Gulf East Coast ports. So the Gulf East Coast ports, they do make a big contribution to the inflow and outflow of goods back and forth in and out of this country. And their daily trade volume for the U.S. East and Gulf Coast ports is $2.1 billion a day. So that's a huge number. There's, I think, 200 million jobs dependent on this. So I think it's quite a big deal. And then also, just so everybody knows, the majority of the pharmaceuticals are shipped through the East Gulf Coast ports. So your Ozempic, your semaglutides, all those GLP-1 drugs that are very popular right now are in threat of there being a shortage if this strike goes through. And it happens. The other thing I'd like to point out is starting in the third quarter of 2021, we've seen a shift of cargo volume move from the West Coast over to the U.S. East Gulf Coast ports. And I think it's mainly because of the Panama Canal. The Panama Canal was widened. There's been some port modernization all up and down the East Gulf Coast port. Here, local to us, the Port of Houston, they did some dredging. And I think as they did the dredging, they made the port where they could handle more vessels, heavier vessels, larger vessels. So that's all contributed to this shift. So, these ports are critically important to the economy and to the supply chain. So again, we've touched base. We kind of warned about this video back in September. Again, I think, we thought it would be resolved when they did this tentative agreement, but it doesn't look like that. It looks like, we may see a strike. We may have a strike on our hands. So, some of the measures, countermeasures, cause and effects, we always talk about that in these videos, is that, we think that companies need to really take a hard look at their MRP and their CRP activities to see if they need to pull up any orders, identify any critical components, any vulnerable suppliers, and you need to start taking action. We started taking action with our customers when this first thing happened. We set December 1st as a drop dead date for us to make sure that our customers were ready and prepared. And some of the other things that we're doing, another measure is, you need to book your shipments to other ports. Consider doing that now. Right now, it's already critical to start booking your shipments to either using other ports that are not affected by the East Gulf Coast port strike. TradeFlex here, we use, the Los Angeles Long Beach Gateway. We've used that for many, many years as an alternative when things like this get tough. Also, we have access to Mexican ports. There's about 7 or 8 Mexican ports that we can utilize. And then also, there's a new service that's with that Train Maya that they came up with, AMLO. That they're already providing the rail intermodal service up through to Laredo and up to Houston. So there are other alternatives that we can use. And then the other thing, we've been using our express service, and our express service combines air, sea, and truck. So, we use a combination of these three modes to move the freight effectively to get over the bottlenecks and to get over the constraints of these ports that are going to be shut down. And here at TradeFlex, we have over 30 years experience dealing with intermodal operations. So we help our customers, provide them with alternatives, alternative routes, alternative methods, and some tactics, to help them with their inventory. So here at TradeFlex, part of TradeFlex Group, in our TradeFlex group of companies, consists of a complete end-to-end supply chain solution. So, we hope you guys reach out to us. You can always find us on our website, www.trade-flex.com. You guys have Lula there. She's there to welcome you and get any hot topics. But, we thought this topic was important to bring and highlight today because it is imminent and time's run out. So, anyway, everybody have a good weekend. Good luck. Stay safe. Bye.